Hi there, savewith.crypto here. A bit late on a Saturday night actually, but I was looking in the ZoidPay Telegram group, or it might have been the ZoidPay Shopping Owner Telegram group, and somebody was talking about is there an unbonding period or like a penalty from withdrawing from the Superfarm? That's this one here in stake.zoidpay.com. This is one that's pays various APRs. Or APYs, and yeah, I just wanted to sort of see if there is a penalty or not. And I think I did this a few weeks ago, and I think there isn't a penalty, but I just want to prove it once and for all. Now, the reason I'm going to do this is because I was just thinking over here in the ZoidPay eGold farm, it says here that I can stake another 7.02 LP in there. Without affecting the APR, which is quite insane. It's 138% APR, so that's really good, isn't it? So I'm going to increase this by about 7. So I was going to see if I could unstake something, or not sure of the terminology, unbond, is it? Or withdraw even from this Superfarm here. So if you click this little arrow, it expands it a little bit, and you can see here that there's like LP tokens worth 3.9 there, and then say, so if I do a 3.9, that's nearly 4, isn't it? And that one there, maybe that's the way to go. So if I withdraw that one, and you don't have to withdraw the whole thing. You can just withdraw a portion if you want, but just for the sake of things not looking so messy, I just thought I'd pick 2 of the smaller ones. So I'm just going to sign the transaction there, and then we can see if there is an unbonding period or anything like that. If I look at the liquidity down here, and yeah, you can see there's 3.04 LPs there. Okay, so there's that. I really want that to be 7 though, so I might look to see if there's one that's about 4. I think that was this one here, wasn't it? So let's withdraw that one as well. I think that was just one transaction to sign there. Anyway, let's go over to the main account. Then we should see any moment now, we should see this change to about 7. So there you go, you can see now it's 6.96 LP tokens there. So yeah, I can just increase that farm, can't I now? So I'm currently getting 138% APR. So if we stake that LP, sign the transactions. So this farm here now is going to be earning XMEX, but should be earning quite a bit now. Okay, so there you go. You can see that's jumped up to $1,535 now. And yeah, that's cool. And it's still 138% there. And it's saying here you can increase your farm position by a very small amount and still receive the maximum bonus. So we're going to keep that just like that for now. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how much this is earning per hour. So maybe here at like 22.43. Let's just do a screenshot there at 22.43. It's almost 22.44 actually. I'll wait an hour and see what this figure's on. Okay, so here we are 1 hour later, and I can just do a screenshot of this and put them side by side and see what we earned in 1 hour. This is just in this ZoidPay eGold farm with $1,538 in there in LP tokens. Okay, so after 1 hour, the increase in XMEX was 43,262, which sounds okay, but it's only really a 29-cent increase. But that's only in 1 hour, isn't it? Now then, just going back to my smaller account here, I just want to use this to answer a question here from AR-CY3BB. Catchy name. Okay, and they said, "Hi mate, I have a question you might know the answer about my concern. I have an account with a total balance of $900, but my ranking and energy is far behind you. Mine is 78 billion energy." Okay. I said, if you look in locked tokens, how much XMEX is there, and is it locked for 4 years? And they said, yes, all for 4 years. Currently locked is 54 million. Remaining locked tokens is 15 million. Farming or LP. Okay, so we're talking about 54 million there. Okay, and I've asked what's your unlock date, and I said hover over the eye to see that. I'll just show you what I'm talking about here, because what you have in your account when you see your balance here, this is kind of like your liquid assets. So this is like your DEX assets here. So for example, I've got like a little bit of eGold, a little bit of wrapped eGold, and then tiny bits of everything else, which amounts to a huge $3.85 there. And then down here you've got your locked tokens. Okay, so this is my XMEX. Now this is the little eye I was talking about. So if you hover over that, you'll see that mine unlocks on May the 25th, 2027. That is a long way in the future, and that is because every time I have the opportunity to relock the XMEX, I do so. And I suspect that's what this person here isn't doing. I'm suspecting they locked it for 4 years and then kind of assumed that would always give maximum energy. Unfortunately, that's not how it is. We'll look at that in a moment anyway. And then what else you have in your DEX? You have, you probably got farms like this. So I've got a MEX eGold farm, which is worth $294. And then I've got a tiny, and I would love this to be bigger, ZoidPay wrapped eGold farm as well, which is only worth $6.19. So I suspect the reason this person's energy isn't maximum is because they kind of locked it for 4 years, like a few months ago, and then as each month goes, the energy goes down a bit. Now you can see that over here by going to this section here. It says how energy is calculated. So the energy equals the amount of XMEX you've got times the energy multiplier. So that's to do with how long you decided to lock for, times 360 epochs, right? So this is the actual time. I haven't got any way to demonstrate this at the moment because all my XMEX is very locked. But if you had some XMEX, you'd be able to lock it further and increase your energy. So if your energy is not quite what you thought it should be, and you are happy to lock up your XMEX for a long time, and basically I've just decided, well, it's worth a fraction of what it was worth a couple of years ago, but I got all my XMEX for nothing, more or less. So I may as well just lock it up and then, use the rewards I get from the meta bonding, which are liquid tokens, and use them for whatever I want. Now, at the moment, I am kind of turning them back into XMEX, locking them, and then, increasing my energy further. That's because at the moment, what I want to do, now we're hopefully coming to the end of a bear market and everything's on its arse and it's about as low as it's ever going to get in my mind, then I want to accumulate as much of everything that I think will be worth more in the future. And that does include MEX, therefore XMEX, and it does include eGold, and it does include a lot of the ESDT tokens, in particular ZoidPay. I have great faith in ZoidPay. I actually have more faith in ZoidPay than I have UTK, to be honest, Utrust, X Money, whatever they call it. Just because I really like Eduardo Nietzsche. I think he's just a brilliant bloke. So if you do have XMEX available here, you will be able to increase the energy there if the lock period is less than 4 years away. If you look at the energy multiplier as well, you can see here that mine's actually only on 3.91, and if you hover over this eye here, it says multiplier 3.907 whatever, maximum multiplier 3.94, okay, and it says in 6 days, 7 hours, 52 minutes, you can boost your multiplier back to a full 4x, okay, which is what I will do. So that will actually be next Saturday, I think, yeah, about next weekend anyway, sometime. So do look at that as well if you want to make sure your energy is at a maximum. Now, of course, there's a lot of people who are really down on this project. It's probably because they've been looking at the total balance here and they saw their what was LKMEX being worth a lot of money. And I must admit, in my big account, this figure here went up to something really quite huge. And, a lot of the time I was thinking, well, I haven't really put anything like that amount of money in it. So it's not like I totally deserve all that money. And to be honest, the money was mostly in LKMEX. LKMEX you couldn't do anything with, even if you wanted to. So there was that. I mean, the thing is with XMEX is we do have the opportunity, if you want, to remove the energy and then turn it into a liquid token. Admittedly, you will take an 80% discount if that happens. But if MEX 20Xs, are you going to moan? I won't. I mean, if it does 20, 30, 40X or something like that, then I will quite gladly sort of remove the energy, take the loss, and then take the money. So is that sort of increase possible? Well, maybe. I mean, looking at it on CoinMarketCap, it says here about market cap. It does say here, it says CoinMarketCap has not verified the project's market cap. However, according to the project, its self-reported circulating supply is 3.5 trillion, I think, MEX, with a self-reported market cap of 21 million. 21 million isn't very much at all. Many projects are up in the billions, and 21 million is tiny. So to me, it's very feasible. This could easily do a 10x. And like I keep saying, everything's going to look very, very different in the next bull run. So yeah, for now, I'm just I'm locking my XMEX for the maximum possible. I'm taking the meta bonding rewards every Thursday. And at the moment, I'm reinvesting as much as I can back into the DEX. So that's what I'm doing. I'd love to know what you're doing. So leave a comment below if you want to tell me that. I'd love that. Or just leave a comment anyway. Say something nice. And while you're down there, give the video a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've got the notifications set on all. And above all, tell your friends.